the patience, the wish, the creation, and the faith within. Beauty, passion, ambition, love. I am pure guidance. Success, adventure, abundance, luxury, peace. Hi, and welcome to Pure Guidance. So we're going to be taking a look at our Gemini forecast for April 2019 and the Aries season. So let's begin. Now, Gemini, I've already meditated on your energy as well as pre-shuffled all the decks I'll be using today. Yes, I have two off to the side. We're going to take a look at it towards the end of the reading, so stay tuned for that. Let's move forward with this energy. For those of you new to the channel, welcome. How this works is I let the cards simply fall into place, and then we talk about the different messages coming across. So, air. Lots of air energy as your first two cards out. No wonder. So, King of Swords, I was feeling that movement from the Pisces season into Aries season. We have a lot of focus on the Libra full moon. Okay, it might prove to be very powerful for you as well. Gemini, depends when you're seeing the reading, but towards the end of March we have a full moon in Libra. So there is something perhaps that may be revealed to you during this time. So keep an eye out for that. The King of Swords predicts that more than likely whatever is conveyed to you will help enlighten a perspective you may hold at the moment. It is predicting the transformation of your thought pattern. Perhaps it might be as a subtle guidance from the universe, or it might be just very direct in terms of having a very heart-to-heart conversation with someone. And it's about using, your clear thinking, your raw power of thought, which comes with a sword, comes with the energy you already possess as an air sign, Gemini, and using that to move forward. Be an advocate for what you believe in, and allow at the same time for the other person or the other party to stand up for whatever they are trying to let you know. Six of Swords indicates resolution. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, for some of you, it may feel as though the tables are turning a little bit, all right? So rather than being on the giving end, you might be on the receiving end, or vice versa. It depends, but it does look as though things are becoming better in the sense that 6 normally is about a successful outcome or a successful result of something. And so being able to use your logic and your intuition and being objective to your approach at whatever this may be is perhaps the best way to go. And Gemini, I know you know that already because that's a really amazing quality about you as it is, but this is just a gentle reminder, you can say. But yeah, it is possible something will be revealed which will completely change the way you think of things. But like I mentioned, look at the sixes. So there is this beautiful success on its way to you. And the tables are turning in a way as to favor you and your wants and your desires all the more. So whatever, the Pisces season did, and that Mercury retrograde period may have brought about to you, and a conversation perhaps had with someone that it just didn't look like there was an end to it, like it was just nonstop, kept going forever, and you're like, really? Are we not done yet? It's about being able to reach a conclusion to that part, Yeah, conclusion. 10 of Wands, coming to an end. It's gonna be a conversation that is now over. It can be a part of your past now, thank God, because if anything, you don't like carrying forward anything too much, if I'm not mistaken. Most of you Geminis are like that. If we're done, we're done. Cut to the point, please. And that is exactly what's happening as the season comes in, which is great. It's a great time to be closing a previous chapter. And not just you, but it looks like the other person will be able to move forward and do so as well. They're also, it appears very ready to do so, but you want to be careful with the Mercury retrograde, because even though Mercury goes direct towards the end of March, the post-shadow period will not be over until and around mid-April. Okay, and so If you're communicating with someone, you might be ready to let go or end something, but they might not. They're still kind of being pulled back by this Mercury retrograde into, dwelling more on that topic of discussion. So that's something to keep in mind, Gemini, all right? Excuse me. So 8 of Wands and 7 of Wands. I love it. You are picking up this beautiful fire season so well, so well. And it's, it's a cardinal sign, Aries, and you being so mutable, you're able to just really fully adjust to whatever's coming. It appears, right? All these wands are depicting fire energy. And with the way the reading is proceeding here for you, it looks as though with the 8 of Wands, there's this major shift happening. And my guess would be this is closer to 22nd of April, if anything, because the Sun in Taurus will be in conjunction with Uranus in Taurus. And we know Uranus moved into Taurus in March. And so this 8 of Wands is more so the beautiful shift that you may have been waiting to have. Okay, it could be like a life-altering time for some of you, not all, but it is definitely this beautiful potential that is about to take place. It's an ability to be able to shift your focus, shift your talent, and your energy towards something you really want to create and want to work on, move forward with, and build. 7 of Wands indicates a little bit of a competition, but this is fun competition, nothing to be as a Gemini, I doubt you would be worried about competition to begin with, because you know how amazing you are, you're the deal. So 7 of Wands is a really welcomed card, I would say. This is a healthy competition, it should be fun, and it looks like you're just kind of trying to reach out and grab what you want, because it's going to be your season pretty soon. So you want to be ready for that as well. The only thing I would add to that is perhaps around 27th of April, we do have Mars in your sign squaring with Neptune in Pisces, which is the time period you want to be a little bit careful as to how you deliver yourself. Okay, your thought, word, action. Important during this time. Let's go ahead and look at under the deck cards here for you, Gemini. And we have a wonderful Magician card. So going back to your general reading, Gemini, you notice that there are no major arcana cards here for you, which means that in the general outlook of things, as Aries season begins and even in the month of April, what's happening is very straightforward. It's nothing, it's nothing out of the ordinary, you can say. Yes, I mentioned for some of you it might be something life-altering, but it does more so feel as though the energy is about to shift for you, more so than a significant change in your life. And it's nice because the tables are now turning in your favor, right? Just like this Magician who is ready, right? This under the deck card here represents your subconscious mind, your subconscious thoughts. Inside, are you really ready to move forward? Are you ready to do something new? Are you ready to take action? And the answer is yes. There is so much confidence presented with this card. There is a possibility of travel as well in the cards here for you. So for those looking to make any plans, perhaps vacation plans, there is a possibility of that as well. But there's definitely change being predicted here. And the power of perception, the power of intellect is immense in this moment. You notice even here that sign of infinity here represents your infinite knowledge and infinite wisdom being used by you as a tool. Everything you require is here for you to bring into the reality. It's about feeling very resourceful. So even your subconscious is all the more ready for anything that's about to make its way, into your life. 6 of Cups and 5 of Wands, there is a part of the past that perhaps might be a little bit difficult to handle. And that's more so to do with memories or just events that took place, not even necessarily people, although that might be the case for some of you, but more so just that now that it's over, I want to change things around. That's where the push is going. That's where most of the momentum is being picked up. And look at here, right? We got here the 4 of Wands and the Lover's card. That is your card, Gemini. So it's about returning home. right? It's about returning home, returning to yourself, returning to your element. As soon as your birthday season kicks in, it's going to be so much fun, Gemini. You're going to feel like you're home. Finally, everything's there for you, in your favor, happening. Changes are happening. Shifting of energy is happening. You're able to reach conclusion and resolution to any outstanding problem. And that is absolutely amazing. I am so excited for you, Gemini. Let's also pause right here and take a look at the Enchanted Map Oracle cards. Okay, we're going to go ahead and sum up the reading here for you. Wow. It looks like your energy is very, like, you're on top of your game right now, Gemini. It's brilliant. Wow. Look at that One Ring Circus card we have here for you. Notice the number 15. What happens on the 15th? We have Venus in Pisces squaring with Jupiter in Sagittarius in April. So surprises might happen during that time. Could be good, could be bad, but you're going to be on top of your game. You got to, lead the show, run the show, call the shots, and get this One Ring Circus going. No matter what happens, the show must go on. And that is the main message right here for you. All right. Let us also complement this beautiful reading with something that you can use. Again, we talked about tools and being resourceful. And so we want to make sure that, what we see here in the Magician card is the ability to be able to use whatever you have on the table to your advantage, right? If you need money, it's about knowing that a really sincere source will be able to kind of back you up on the deal. All right, they're going to show up for you and stick it through with you as well. When it comes to being able to think clearly, you're already on top of your game when it comes to that, so I don't need to really mention anything. When it comes to, when will this life experience actually happen for me? Well, it's in the making. Right here, it's in the making, it's in the process. So it's just about being ready. Now, talking about tools, affirmations are a great tool to also begin or end your day with, or perhaps anytime you feel even the slightest bit of stress, this is the way to go. Just radiating positive energy, positive thoughts can go a long way for just about anyone. So let's see which card falls into place for you for this wonderful season. Oh, okay. Reconciliation. Right. So as I mentioned, it does feel like it's almost like a conversation between two. It's either you or another person, you and the other party, and someone is able to find reconciliation. So yes, that is amazing news, right? Six of Swords. So it's complementing that card right there. It says on the bottom, remember the source of love. A loving action is all you need to begin the process. Reach out with a simple first step, Gemini. And that's beautiful. Perhaps you might need to be the one to speak first. It's a possibility. So, reconciliation, let's read the affirmations that come with this card, okay? Today I will pause and remember those who I have left behind, my lost loves and broken relationships. I'll be brave and take a step forward toward healing the past. I will reach out with silent love, but will expect nothing. For I know the most important mending needs to take place in my own heart. Looking back, I am filled with gratitude. For the good we had, I am filled with joy. I will give myself all of the love that I've ever needed, and I will heal the past, and I will be free. Beautiful. All right, one thing I want to add to your reading, Gemini, for those of you who are interested, I will read out the One Ring Circus card right now. Perhaps it'll hold some messages that are important for you to hear, okay? And for the rest of you, let me just say, if you need any additional assistance or are looking for more messages to clarify the reading for yourself, then I recommend taking a look at my website at impureguidance.com. Lots of reading services available for you. So perhaps you'll find something you're looking for. And I also offer a particular spread on success. For some of you, it looks like that's the best bet if you want, really direct answers. All right, let's read out this card here. 15, the number 15, the One Ring Circus. You are capable and competent. Let me hold the card up for you so you can take a look at the illustration as I read this out for you. Independence is key now as you step into your journey today. Others may not have the vision or resources that you need. That's a good thing because you clearly do. Recognize that all the wisdom you've acquired along the way makes you particularly competent, capable of moving forward with assurance. Self-reliance is important, and we talked about that. We talked about that element of success in your reading. We talked about the shifting of energies. We talked about it, fun, fair competition, but it looks as though, things will turn out in your favor and you do have what it takes. So self-reliance. Another aspect to consider is creating and maintaining clear boundaries between you and another. So be discerning about your partnerships at this time. When you know who you are and have a healthy sense of where you end and others begin, you're able to enter into the best kind of relationships and will attract people who mirror back your wholeness. Interdependent relationships are always mutually supportive, stimulating, and transformative. You can achieve anything at this time. So it's your show. You get to call the shots, like I mentioned. So I wish you all the very best with this, Gemini. Have a lovely month ahead. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Beauty, passion, ambition, love. I am pure guidance.